All right, so Cassie's got the email. You got some drama going on in your life. Go ahead and hit us up. Should we take in their teenage cousin?
Hey, Bert Show. I want to stay anonymous for this since I believe it's a sensitive subject. My wife has a little cousin who is a lesbian. She is amazing and she's in high school and she also has a partner. The cousins vent to us privately about her home life and being closeted. I am Mexican and their family are Vietnamese. The cousin is the oldest of her siblings and she's the niece of my aunt, but was literally abandoned by her birth mom to them. The aunt is hardcore Catholic, anti-LGBTQ+, the whole nine. My cousin graduates high school in 2 years. She wants to move out ASAP when it happens, and reasons are her parents control her life. She isn't even allowed to go outside the house, and she knows if she comes out, she will be beat by her mom. My wife and I have no problem taking her in. She is a wonderful young lady, smart, creative. The dilemma is that I know that if we do this, the matriarch of the clan will judge us down to the other family members. I am asking how to prepare for battle because one thing about my small family is I will defend them no matter who you are and your status in the family. Bert Show, please help. LGBTQ plus community, please give me something to prepare for this.
Wow, this is a tough one because there are so many variables here that I am just not familiar with, that I feel a little uneducated and ignorant. Because if this came in as like a white family, for me, I have said this a million times, that on the things that I would be concerned about with my kids, being gay is the last thing on the list. If he comes to me with that, I'm like, this is not a problem, dude. We can move on. This is not a problem at all, right?
It's not even on the list.
It's not even on the list. But I just can't speak to Mexican and Vietnamese heritage. She also says that she's going to be beat by her mom if she comes out of the closet. So I don't know how to give advice on this. I just feel super ignorant about it.
I think that it's a religious thing. And that's the problem, is that because of her parents' religious views, that's why it's like frowned upon for her to come out. But if this family wants to help out their cousin, I think they should. It doesn't
screw what the rest of the family's going to say.
And for those of you like are new, like, who's this talking? That's Katie, and she got some experience in this area.
Yes, and thankfully, when I dealt with this, thankfully I had an accepting family when I came out, that I didn't have to worry about this, but I have friends who've had to worry about that. So I think for the sake of their cousin's mental health in the future, don't force her to continue to be, closeted and live in that, because it's going to become a dangerous environment eventually, and that's going to affect her mental health later on down the line. So save her now.
Give her that safe space.
I don't know exactly how you navigate this, but I would know if I were in this position. I would feel like maybe I don't know exactly how to prepare for the battle, but I would know that once you go into this with her, you got to be with her always. Like, I would be willing to stand by her side throughout whatever she goes through, which is probably going to be a lot of things that neither of you are prepared for. But I just feel like once you decide that we taking this step, and which you should, this is a forever thing. You got to hold it down forever.
And they say the matriarch will judge us down to other family members. I don't care what she's going to say to other family members. Like, that's on them, and that should have no bearing on you and you doing the right thing, which is being there for your wife's cousin.
Is there a way you think that she could sort of play ambassador between everybody here? Because she's really afraid that if she comes out to her parents, she's literally going to take a beating, she said. Literally take a beating. So is there any way that the cousin can sort of, I don't know,
I would hope so.
mediate?
But I don't think so.
No.
I don't think there's a situation where it's all going to go downhill. It's all going to be bad, and you just got to be prepared for the smoke.
Well, this is deep. So what would your advice be?
Save her.
Save her.
No matter what, you just be prepared for the fight. But know that it's better to save the cousin now than waiting and letting it just go on.
To let her finally live. It sounds like she wants to come out, and so she can live her authentic life. She just needs that safe place in order to do it, and you can provide that for her.
I think we also have to acknowledge in some cultures that's harder to do than other cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely. But
And in some religions, it's more difficult. As here, because we're dealing with somebody who's a hardcore Catholic.
exactly. But I feel like further down the line, it'll be more detrimental if you don't do something now.
Yeah, if you guys have something to add to that, we'd love to hear from you on our Facebook page. If you've been in this situation before and you've been Gosh, I mean, the one that had to play sort of in between, maybe you can give some better advice in weekend. So you can hit us up on Facebook. We would love that. It's The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.